Hello super learners, welcome back again to your English channel, and in this video we will be learning past simple part 1. An introduction to the past simple. In this lesson we are going to see when we use the past simple, how we make sentences with the verb to be in the past simple, and we'll be learning regular verbs in the past simple, and we'll be learning how we make negative statements in the past simple. Now let's start. When do we use the past simple? Look at these conversations. It says, last year I traveled to France by train. It was fun and I really liked France. Amazing! My sister and her husband moved to France 10 years ago. They lived in Paris first and they were happy there, but wanted to be in a small town. Now they live in Lille. Now look at the highlighted sections. Are they talking about the present or the past? They are talking about the past. Do they mention any specific times in the past? Yes, they mention last year, 10 years ago. Did all the events and feelings they mention happen at these times? Yes. Are the events finished or completed? Yes, the time period last year, 10 years ago, and the events are finished and completed. So we use a past simple when we talk about completed or finished actions in the past. For example, last year I traveled to France by train. So here he traveled in the past and the action is completed. He isn't traveling now. Another function is to describe states or feelings from a specific time in the past. For example, it was fun and I really liked France. He had these feelings at this specific time in the past, last year. We also use the past time expressions when we talk about past simple, which refers to specific times. For example, last year I traveled to France by train. Other past time expressions used with the past simple are yesterday, last month, last year, last week, or 10 years ago, a month ago, in 1997, in 2005, in 2012, in 2015, and so on. Now the verb to be in the past simple. Look at again to this conversation and find 2 examples of the verb to be in the past simple. It was fun. They were happy there. So now I need you to complete the table with the correct form of to be in the positive and match the examples. Okay, wonderful. So here we have person with the subject I, she, he, it plus was for positive sentence and wasn't for negative sentence. For the subject you, we, they plus were for positive sentence and weren't or were not for negative sentence. Look at this example. It was fun. It wasn't fun. They were happy there. They were not happy there. Now was and wasn't is the same as is or isn't or am not in the present simple. And were or weren't as is the same as are or aren't in the present simple. Now let's go to regular verbs in the past. Look at the conversation again, and can you find examples of regular verbs in the past simple? The first one has been done for you. Traveled, liked, moved, lived, and wanted. So, what do we add to the verb to create regular conjugation in the past simple? We add ed. Sometimes the spelling change a little, and is there an example here? Yes, traveled with double L plus ed. So, for the regular verb in a positive, we add ed to the verb to make a regular past simple conjugation. Look at this example. You need to pay attention on how some of the verbs have some small change in the spelling. First, we double the consonant. For example, I traveled, and then plus ed. In American English, travel only has one L. And verbs end in the letter E, we just add D. As you see here, the example, decide, light, danced, arrived, and lived. And here the verbs end in Y, such as study, and it changed to IED. This doesn't always happen. For example, play, played. Okay, now let's consider the pronunciation. There are three different ways to pronounce the ed past simple ending. Let's look at this table again and notice the three different columns. Here, regular verb in the past simple, we have wanted, visited, decided, studied, liked, cooked, danced, watched, traveled, arrived, lived, played. So the pronunciation of the ed ending depends on the last sound in the verb. For example, the verb ending in T or D plus ed extra syllable. The verb that end in T or D, we make the sounds and add extra syllable with ed. Look at this example. Want become wanted. So the T sound, it's one syllable, and become ed sound in the past simple because it's going to be two syllables. Now verbs that end in unvoiced sound, your throat doesn't vibrate when you make the sound. T sound, no extra syllable. For example, like, light. So it's K sound, unvoiced, like, and it's T sound, one syllable, light, light. And now verbs that end in a voice sound, your throat vibrates when you make the sound, no extra syllable. For example, live, live, lived, lived. So here sound voiced and become D sound, lived, lived. Okay, now let's go to negative form of the past simple. Look at again the continuation of the conversation, and can you find 3 examples of negative statements in the past simple? Didn't like, didn't leave, didn't go. Now, please complete the table using the examples to help you. So here we have the person, I, you, he, she, it, we, and they. This is considered as the subject, and auxiliary verb didn't or did not plus verb infinitive. So here we have the subject or the person, I, you, he, she, it, we, they, or I, my sister, or we, plus auxiliary verb did plus not or didn't, did not, and plus verb infinitive. So the structure is the same with all the persons, I, you, he, she, it, etc. And the verb infinitive is the one you find in the dictionary but without to. Now let's practice. Now for practice activities, I need you to correct the errors in these sentences, and some of the sentences are correct. You may pause the video and we will be back soon to discuss together. Okay everyone, let's see this practice. Number 1, our cousin didn't work yesterday because she was ill. Is this correct sentence? No, it's not. It's wrong. It should be, our cousin didn't work yesterday because she was ill. Number 2, I walked to class this morning. It was a beautiful day. Is this sentence correct or wrong? Yeah, it is wrong. So it should be, I walked to class this morning. It was a beautiful day. Number 3, the park was very busy last week, so we didn't play football. Is this sentence correct? Yes, it is. Number 4, Carla danced a lot at her wedding last year. Is this sentence correct? No, it's not. It is wrong, so it should be, Carla danced a lot at her wedding last year. Number 5, my friend and I didn't go to the cinema. We watched the film on TV at home. Is this sentence correct? Yes, it is. Number 6, they not moved house last month. They was happy in their old house. Is this sentence correct? No, it's not. It's wrong. So it should be, they didn't move house last month. They were happy in their old one. Okay, super learners, thank you for watching this video, and if you think this video is useful, please subscribe, share, like, and comment. Thank you, and bye for now.